What happens after you win one of the biggest reality shows on television? On this episode of the MarshyCast, I'm joined by singer-songwriter Harleymoon Kemp to talk about life since winning Celebrity Race Across the World. We chat about watching the show back with her family each week, how life has changed since crossing the finishing line, and whether she'd ever be tempted by another celebrity reality show. We also dive into her brand new single, Wash, discussing where the song begins and whether it's the lyrics or the melody that arrives first and what inspired the track. Plus, with festival season just around the corner, Harleymoon tells us about kicking things off with Jessie J, her favourite festival memories, and where fans can catch her performing this summer. It's Paul Marsh, and I'm delighted to say that I've been joined by the wonderful Harleymoon Kemp. Harleymoon, how are you?
Very well, thank you. Thanks for having me back.
Now, I've got a bone to pick with you. I thought that we were friends. For anybody listening for the very first time, I caught up with Harley just before she took part in Celebrity Race Across the World. And I never ever want to play poker with you because your poker face was unreal. I can't believe that not only did you not tell me on air, because you're not allowed to do that, I can't believe you didn't drop a hint off air.
You know what? It was such a fun secret to keep. But like a really, really hard one, but really fun. I think I had told some of my friends that I was going on a retreat where I can't have my phone. And they all said, oh, good for you. You really need some downtime. You really deserve a nice break. Little did they know I was running for my life up the side of a mountain, crying my eyes out. It was a really fun secret to keep. And honestly, I think it was easier to keep knowing that we'd won.
Yes. Yeah, I can imagine, yeah.
I actually posted it on Instagram, but we hired a little cinema screening room and invited down all of our family and friends to come and watch the final. And honestly, the day after we won, that was all I visualized. I cannot wait to see their faces as we are pelting it up the side of the mountain, trying to get the win.
So you did, like you say, you hired the cinema to watch it. How did you sort of justify that without telling them that you'd won?
Because I said that the BBC wanted to film everyone's reactions. So that's what they thought was happening. I said, oh no, the BBC has asked all the teams with their families and friends to record themselves. So they didn't find it that suspicious.
Harley, I love you, but you are the best liar in the world, and it really worries me.
Honestly, it was such a good secret to keep.
We watched it as a family all the time. We watched it on the iPlayer. I think usually like the day after it came out or whatever it was. And we watched it as a family, and we really, really got into it. And having that personal connection with someone, it makes you more invested, obviously. And we were just cheering for you. And at one, like, you had a few bad days, and we were like, oh no, this is going to be awful. And it was so funny. It was like watching your team win the cup or something like that. To watch you guys win it was absolutely amazing. And not only that, to see everything that you went through as well, you know, the highs and the lows and the emotional side of it was just heartbreaking.
Yeah, you know what, though? I actually think they did us really well because there were way more bad days that just didn't make the cut. But it was so tough. Honestly, before we went onto the show, they said, you know, be prepared. It's really tough.
Yeah.
And I thought, they must think we're a right bunch of Nepo babies. It will be fine. How hard can it be? And then I think by day 2, I thought, oh, this is so tough. It's the heat, the hunger, the sleeplessness, the weight of the backpack, the adrenaline of being in a competition, the absolute pit in your stomach all the time that you're lost and you don't speak the language and you're just wandering in any direction fills you with dread even thinking about. And so you've just got to keep lifting each other up the whole time. But you know, it was the most amazing experience at the same time. We saw the most incredible places that I would never in my life would have been to or seen, and stayed in villages and people's homes. And like you said, me and Roman had real breakthrough moments in our relationship. As siblings, we had such deep conversations that we've never had before, but only really get given those conversations when you have time together. And we're both adults with careers in London, like we don't spend that much time together, so it's like when you get put in those situations, you really can have some emotional conversations, but really have breakthroughs when you do well together. So it changed our lives, definitely.
How have you found it? And you are spot on, by the way, in the fact that you say you both got careers in London. I know what it's like. You're both so busy all the time. How have you found it coming back after having that closeness and the breakthrough and spending time together? How have you found it coming back to normal life, everyday kind of thing? Have you found yourself talking a bit more?
No, I haven't spoken since. No, just... I think he sent me a WhatsApp last week saying, can I borrow something out the kitchen? So that's about it. No, I think it's definitely made us have a lot more of an open relationship. Like we talk a lot more very openly, and it's less surface level. It's less, can I borrow the Hoover or the suitcase? It's more, how are you doing? What's been going on? Are you feeling good at the moment? And we have more conversations like that, which is really, really nice. But I actually think the thing that hits you the most after you have one of those trips is the gratitude you have when you come home. And I didn't realize like how luxury everything is in our lives. The fact we've got hot water in the shower, and all of those details just really remind you of like how grateful we should be, but how much we complain.
And we take everything for granted.
And we take everything for granted. And it was so nice to walk back into my home and go, wow, we have so much. We have more than we need. And that was so refreshing to feel like that.
Well, look, congratulations on winning it. I love that I got to be a part of that journey. It was absolutely fantastic. So I'm going to finish that conversation there. But what I will say is that I hope that it encourages you to do more things like that, because I would love to see you in Celebrity Jungle or whatever else it is. I would love to see you in there, because I think you came across so well.
Oh, thank you so much. Love to watch me struggle.
No.
Throw some snakes on her.
That came across really badly, didn't it?
No, I got you. Yeah, look, I'm open to doing more stuff. I think, I had the best time, but I really think the main reason I had time is because I did it with my brother. And that was really what I wanted out of the whole trip, beyond the adventure. It was the emotional journey that we went on together, was just everything I'd hoped for.
Let's talk music. Let's talk your new single. We've been playing it for a while now. It's called Wash. For people that are maybe hearing it for the first time, what is the story behind it?
So I was kind of broken up with, shall I say, or ghosted, which is quite a nasty little thing to do to someone. And I just thought, you know what? No, I'm not going to be upset about this. There's no point me sitting at home crying about it. I am going to bleach the sides. I am going to squeegee the shower. I am going to hoover behind the sofa and do everything I can to make my whole house feel so clean. I'm going to wash my hair. I'm going to go to the gym and look good. I was like, I'm doing everything to erase that this guy ever existed from my mind. And so that's when I thought, I've got to wash this guy out. And so whilst I was there amongst the Dettol, I started humming this song, Wash. And it is just really for anyone that is like in their glow up era, who just wants to move on with their life. And it feels good, even though it's got a little bit of bitchiness to it.
Well, you kind of gave us a little insight as to how the lyrics came. So when you were writing that, is it lyrics first? Is it melody first? Is it everything all at once?
It was definitely always lyrics first for me, because I was writing a list of everything I was going to do to make sure that if he texts me, I was prepared. I was like, I'm going to give my phone to my friends for a few days. I'm going to erase the existence of him, take pictures, delete everything. And I just ended up writing like this kind of comedic list of stuff. In the lyrics it says, I've locked the door and lost the key, I've burned every bridge in Tennessee, like he's not coming back. And so it's always the lyrics first for me, and then the second.
Once you had that day and you did all your cleaning and then you came up with the idea, how long did it then take for the finished song to take shape?
Not that long. We actually you can actually watch it on YouTube. We did it in a studio at a place called Songco, and they recorded the writing process, which I'd never done before, but it's available on YouTube. And we just did a day in the studio writing it, and then 2 days to finish the production, really. It was very quick. I think we wrote the song in about 3 hours because I already knew every way I wanted to get rid of him. I put my friends on foot patrol, will use any force available, and if he comes knocking, I'm going to turn the sprinklers on. Like, it's all there,
I was like to say, one of the things that I love about you most is that you are so honest, and your songwriting is always so honest and emotional. Do you find it easy to be very vulnerable with your music?
You know what? I am learning to be more vulnerable because my default is comedy and positive.
Yeah.
I'd rather make a joke out of it and go, come on, let's wash him out and move on. But I think there's certain times when I want to write a really deep emotional song that is something I feel maybe more vulnerable side of me probably takes 2 weeks to write, because I'll just keep going back to it and checking and thinking, is this really how I feel?
Well, Wash is the perfect summer tune. It really, really is. Summer is just about here, Summer Festival. I know the weather may say something a little bit different right now. You began that with Jessie J. That's not a bad way to start summer, is it?
Oh, you know what? It was so good. It was such a great show. I was supporting Jessie J, and we just had the best time. The audience were amazing in Bristol, and then 2 days later we played in Essex at Country Festival. Jessie J one was nice though because we got our own little tray. Getting used to the luxury, that's my problem.
Is Jessie somebody you knew before or somebody you've just met?
No, I had only seen her at the BBC Radio 2 show when I did a duet with Ronan Keating.
Yep.
And she was backstage warming up.
Oh, wow.
And I tell you something, you do not want to hear Jessie J warming up before you're about to go on.
I can imagine, yeah.
She's got vocals that can riff through rivers and waves, and I just come out with my three strings and the three chords and the truth kind style singing. And but she is so amazing, and she's just such a positive artist. Like, I just love everything about Jessie J, so I was absolutely honoured to open up that show.
Do you think that everything you went through with Race Across the World, do you think that's prepared you for the British fest season with the mud and the chaos and the camping and everything else like that?
Honestly, after Race Across the World, everything is a luxury. Just everything makes travel a lot easier. Your flight's delayed an hour. Okay, don't worry about it. You're walking through a muddy field at a festival. That's okay. You're going home to have a hot shower after. You're like, yeah, you complain a lot less. But look, I love being at a festival. I love playing at a festival.
Yeah.
Festivals is my happy place. I think the energy that people have when they go to festivals is so positive. Everyone's up for a drink and a laugh, and if I could live at a festival, I'd be quite happy, honestly.
Have you got a favourite, not necessarily a favourite festival, but maybe a favourite festival memory, something that really sticks out to you being on stage?
Yeah, I played at Brighton Pride, and the year before I had been to Brighton Pride, I'd bought a ticket and watched Christina Aguilera play on the stage. Little did I know, a year later, I would be playing on that stage.
Wow.
And it was just at the beginning of I think I'd only done a handful of gigs at that point. And I had my two best friends as dancers. And because I went back to high school thinking we better make up at some dances. And then I had this little tassel outfit that had tassels all the way from the arms down to the floor. And it was just amazing. I love playing at a festival that's got like spirit to it. We also played at Flackstock that had a similar energy there where, people were campaigning at the same time as being at the festival, and the happiness, you just feel it on stage when you're in those type of events. And those are my happy ones.
Off the top of your head, and I do apologise if you're not prepared for this, but off the top of your head, what have you got coming up for the rest of the summer?
So I've got quite a jam-packed summer. I am coming to Rotherham to Wentfest in June, and I'm really looking forward to that. And then I'm playing in London, Country on the Common, on the 5th of July, and I'm heading up to the Highlands in Scotland. I'm going up to Dornoch Beer Festival on the 17th of July, which I'm actually going to have to make a holiday out of that one, I think, and stay up there a little bit longer. And I'm playing in Cheshire at Meet Up Festival in August, and also in Ledbury in August, and in Leicester at the Long Road Festival, which my hero Maren Morris is also playing at, so I will definitely be staying there for the whole weekend. I'm playing in Warwickshire in August at Camper Calling, and then in September I'm playing in Devon Music Festival and St Ives, and I've never been to St Ives before, and it is their festival season. I just cannot wait for that. So we've got a lot of shows in the pipeline.
It sounds like it's a very full summer for you. Thank you so much for talking to me, Harley. It is always an absolute joy talking to you. I really enjoy it. There is only one thing left to do, and that is for you to introduce your new single.
My name's Harleymoon Kemp, and you are listening to Wash on Express FM.